What's going on YouTube? JT's your boy here. Welcome to another edition of After the Movie. And for a special video today, we're going to be talking about none other than Hocus Pocus. Ooh, I'm so excited to talk about this one because I absolutely love Hocus Pocus. Yeah, it's kind of cheesy, it's 90s and it's dated, and there's some things that are pretty hokey about it, but I love the ever-loving shit out of Hocus Pocus. I've been watching it ever since I was little. I've pretty much watched it every year since I can remember. I think it's one of the earliest movies I ever saw. Regardless, I would watch this, and I'd watch another movie known as The Witches, starring Angelica Huston and Rowan Atkinson, based on the Roald Dahl novel, and that's the scariest kids movie ever made. Anyone wants to argue with me on that, you can leave a comment below, but The Witches is the scariest, kids movie ever made. But yeah, so Hocus Pocus, what an interesting movie. A film that necessarily wasn't a huge hit when it came out, like in 1993. It wasn't until like home video came around and they started airing it on TV that over the years it developed a cult following. It's become kind of this iconic movie to watch around Halloween. I mean, they play this movie every night in October, and you can find it on TV, and it pretty much, whenever it's on TV, people go crazy over it. Like, most people have generally seen Hocus Pocus, and over the years, it didn't get a good critical response when it came out. But fans absolutely love Hocus Pocus, and the main reason why, I think, is the three Sanderson sisters. True, Max Dennison and his sister Danny and, Allison are pretty good, solid leads, especially for, teenagers and, a kid in the movie. But what really makes it work are the Sanderson sisters, who are really, really funny, especially Bette Midler as Winifred Sanderson. Then you have Sarah Jessica Parker, and then you have Kathy Najimy, and, she plays Mary, and then Sarah. And the three sisters are what makes this movie funny. They're constantly improvising. They're, just the comedic timing of it all. And Bette Midler is just absolutely, outstanding in this film. I've not really seen much with her outside of this, but I think she's great in it. And she even has a little musical number. It's like, I put a spell on you, and now you're mine. It's, it's pretty catchy. And then you have some other kind of, hokey characters in there. You have, this blonde-haired dude. He's like, dude! And then you have, his friend Ernie. Oh, I'm sorry, Ice, who are kind of the boys in the group, and the one has this really obnoxious laugh where he's like, and oh god, somebody's gonna edit that clip and just play that segment. So, but yeah, you have all these kind of cheesy moments, random musical numbers. They get chased around by this zombie named Billy who had his mouth sewn shut. And basically, the plot of this film is the movie begins in the 1600s. There's what was his name? So there's Thackeray Binks and his sister Emily, and his sister Emily gets taken by the three witches, and they basically hypnotize her, give her some potion, and then they suck the life out of her. So basically there's this aura that surrounds her, and they kind of drink it in. It looks like drinking in a misty cloud, the life force of it, so they can remain young and youthful forever. And then they get hanged. Thackeray Binks gets turned into a cat and has to basically live out the rest of his life for all eternity with his guilt. So, flash forward to 1993, there's a kid named Max and his sister Danny and their family. They just moved to, Salem, Massachusetts, where all this, crazy Halloween stuff is going on, which, by the way, I would absolutely love to visit Salem on Halloween. I think that would be absolutely incredible. One year I'm going to do it. 1 year I'm just going to drive out there, just spend the week there for Halloween, just enjoy all the craziness and the celebratory nature of Halloween in Salem, Massachusetts. Because where I'm at, Halloween is just not celebrated like I want. It was more when I was younger, but people are kind of really uptight nowadays, it seems like, and I'm just wondering where is that Halloween town? Not the movie Halloween Town, but where is that Halloween town? I need to go visit there for Halloween, because where I'm at, it's just people are kind of dead asses for the most part when it comes to Halloween. But yeah, so Hocus Pocus. So anyways, Thackeray Binks has to watch over it. You have Max Dennison and his sister Danny, their family. They move to Salem. Max likes this girl. Throughout the movie, though, they're giving him crap about being a virgin, and because the Sanderson sisters earlier on when they got hanged, they had a spell where it's just on All Hallows Eve, a virgin will light the black flame candle, and they'll come back to life for one night only, and then they will eventually, try and suck the lives out of all the children in Salem and live forever. It's the only way. So they're basically on a ticking clock element with them. The sun is basically they're dust by the end of it, and hilarity ensues throughout the rest of the movie. These three women over they're fish out of water. They're in the 1990s. There's some funny moments throughout the film. Just the Halloween spirit of it all is just drenched in this movie. And, you know, there's some stuff to make fun of, obviously. Some of the datedness of the movie, like you have these bullies and that, where like Ernie, he shaves his head, he writes ice, and you have to deal with the obnoxious laugh. And, you know, just some hilarity ensues. Then Max and them get hooked up into this adventure with Thackeray Binks, the talking cat. And they got to try and stop the Sanderson sisters and save his sister Danny, who at one point gets kidnapped, and blah, 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 blah. I'm sure generally most of you have seen Hocus Pocus who are watching this video. It's a fun movie. It's a lot of fun. The musical numbers are catchy. In fact, this movie was directed by the guy who made High School Musical, so take that for what it's worth. I mean, High School Musical is one of those things where I did watch it when it first aired, and even the second one, I've never seen the third one or the spinoff, but like he is good at choreographing, like, you know, kind of like dance numbers and little moments like that. But like I do love the little song that, you know, Winifred sings, "I'll Put a Spell on You," in the middle of the movie. And I just love this movie. The three Sanderson sisters are really funny, especially Bette Midler. I think she's the real standout of this film. Just some of her facial expressions, and then just there's little moments between them where she wakes up, she's like, "Oh, look, what a glorious morning. Makes me sick." And then there's some kind of like adult humor that's thrown in there too, where they meet the bus driver. He's like, "Boppo, Boppo, I'm in trouble." And she's like, the three sisters like, "We desire children." He's like, "Hey, it may take me a couple of tries, but I'll get you there." And I'm like, oh, that went right over the kid's head. Little me, who watched this movie since he was little, was just like, didn't get that until years later. I'm like, oh, now I get it. He's gonna, yeah. And then there's some other funny moments where Max and they try and like tell the police about what's going on, and he's just like, "You lit the black flame candle. I put my life on the line. Get out of here." He's just like, thought I was a real cop. And I'm like, isn't it illegal to dress up as like a cop like that, you know, and pretend to be one on Halloween? I don't know. It's just kind of one of those crazy things. You just got to, you know, logic sometimes. And then eventually we get this climax where they have to go toe-to-toe with the Sanderson sisters after some, you know, funny moments throughout the movie. There's one funny part where the Sanderson sisters go and meet this guy who they think is their master, is like dressed up as the devil. And this one guy's like, "Oh, it's the Sanderson sisters." And then it's just like, no, not really them. It's just the appeal of these three Sanderson sisters just going on, like, just fish out of water, just all sorts of comedic possibilities. And I just had a good time with this movie. Trying to think of any real faults. I'm sure you can find some in there, and, you know, a lot of people have, of course. But it's just one of those movies, if you grew up liking Hocus Pocus, the chances are you're just going to kind of ignore all that stuff and just appreciate the movie. It's hard to believe that this movie is 25 years old, but I absolutely love Hocus Pocus. I think it's a good time to watch, especially around the Halloween season, or as Max would say, especially on Halloween. It's a good one to watch, and I've seen this one so many times, I've lost track. In fact, I'm going to go watch it right now as soon as I'm done recording this video. But yes, if you haven't had the chance to check out Hocus Pocus, I don't think I gave away the ending. No, I did not. But do yourself a favor, check out Hocus Pocus if you haven't already. It's got some cheesiness, it's hokey, it's funny, it's just a good time. It just puts you in a good mood. It's just a blast. I kind of disappointed that they never actually did a sequel to Hocus Pocus. I heard that they're going to do like a Disney Channel remake, from what I heard, and I'm not really happy about that. I kind of wish they would have just done a sequel, because I'm like, you know what, out of all the movies that have gotten like sequels and that over the years, you know, we have like our Tron Legacies that had a sequel 30 years later, you have Blade Runner 2049, Hocus Pocus is, like, you've even had Dumb and Dumber 2 with like Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels like 20 years later. I mean, why not give Hocus Pocus another shot? I mean, the film's popular enough, I'm sure it'll sell well. It's a very popular movie, especially around the Halloween season. And people have grown up with this movie. There's a lot of nostalgia for Hocus Pocus, and I definitely have that nostalgia for this movie. And it just makes me feel good when I watch it. So why not do a sequel to it? I mean, the three actresses, they've embraced it. They absolutely love it. I think Bette Midler said this is her favorite film she's ever done. It's like, and she just loves it because of how many people love it around Halloween. She's like, Halloween just belongs to the three of them. Like, they just own the month of Halloween together. And yeah, it's easy to understand why. It is a fun movie. It is funny. Crazy stuff happens. Just little comedic moments throughout the film, and just especially Bette Midler. I think she is absolutely outstanding in this movie. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say about Hocus Pocus. I figured this is a better thing for me to do, just to kind of just like record as is. I actually got a new phone right here, like the XS Max, so the camera I got to get used to, but the quality looks pretty good, so I'm just gonna kind of keep it at this. So happy Halloween, everybody. I don't know when I'm uploading this. This may be the day of Halloween, or maybe even, you know, today, or which is Sunday before Halloween. I'm recording this, so yeah, I may just upload it tomorrow or something, or I may just wait till Halloween. So if it is Halloween at the time I'm uploading this, happy Halloween. I hope it's spectacular for all of you. Hope you have fun doing stuff like haunted houses and all that. I'm kind of disappointed I couldn't really get all my decorations up because it has rained every single weekend in October. Every weekend. It's just been downpouring every weekend. I'm like, where the fuck am I, Seattle? Is it just gonna never stop raining? It's kind of a disappointment. So I hope it doesn't rain on Halloween, because that would really suck too, because I love Halloween. It's my favorite time of year. But yeah, and I do need to get to some haunted houses like before time runs out. So yeah, gotta try and do that. But anyways, I really appreciate you all watching this video. Comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Let me know in the comments below what you think of the movie Hocus Pocus. Do you like it? Do you dislike it? It may not be for everybody, but I absolutely love this movie, and I look forward to watching it every year, pretty much for the rest of my life if I can. I do hope they make a sequel too. There's a lot of possibility with this. So yeah, people would definitely go see it, because Hocus Pocus is an awesome movie. So check it out, Hocus Pocus. It's a blast. So, all right. Happy Halloween, everybody. JT is Reborn says see you later, and go celebrate. You can watch this. You can watch, you know, Halloween with John Carpenter, Jamie Lee Curtis, and all that. Another one I recommend to watch is Trick or Treat. I did a review on that, so you can check that out on the channel. But today, I'm in a Hocus Pocus mood, so go watch Hocus Pocus. It rocks. So yeah, I've kind of been dragging this out long enough, but yeah. All right, enough. Oh, it's done. It's done. Go see Hocus Pocus. I put a spell on you to watch Hocus Pocus. So, yeah. All right. Take care now. Bye-bye then. I'll see you next time.